if you just want to go in that one there, let me just grab a notepad. Hey, sir.
Hi, buddy.
Phil, Paul, nice to meet you.
Come on back here with me.
Yes, sir. I don't know what it is. Took that monitor as well. All right, brother man. I appreciate you coming down.
Ain't no problem, bro.
I'm Brian Wolcott. I've seen you around. I don't know if we've ever officially met before or anything, but just here to talk about what happened in the Sallyport, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Okay. This is being recorded, just so you
Okay.
know. And, you know, what we talk about in here just stays in here. Okay. So, 60228. Is
Yep.
that your ID?
Yes.
Okay. All right. 60228. Now, probably pretty obvious what we want to discuss, but it's involving an officer and a white female at the back door. Looks like on the video, after he had some interaction with him, you walked over and potentially talked to him, and we'll get to that
Okay.
or step to him. But that's the portion I'm talking about, is that
Okay.
there. Let me back up a little bit. Was he already at the Sallyport with her when you arrived, or vice versa?
I think he was already there.
You thought he was already there?
because he was standing right there by the curb in front of the window.
Okay. And so when you pull up, you're thinking he's already present with his inmate,
Yeah.
or his suspect, I should say. It's not an inmate at that point. Okay. Are you riding two-man?
With him?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's his name?
John Paul Smith. I'm
Okay,
training
Smith.
him as a CSO.
Gotcha, Smith. Okay. So you show up. Did you have a male or female that you were booking?
Male.
Okay. Okay. You remember the CCR by chance, or maybe his name?
Lucius Richardson?
It's good. I can find out.
Yeah,
Just by
Lucius
the
Richardson.
first name. Okay. You pull up. He's already there. She's already there. Once again, I can't tell what's being said, but it appears on the video that she's intoxicated. Do you get that impression from her? Did you have any interaction with her prior to him going hands-on?
No, but from what I can see, she was kind of high, maybe,
Okay.
or drunk.
Okay.
Either or.
Okay. Do you
But she
recall anything specifically maybe she was saying?
I know she was mad. I wasn't really paying attention to her.
Okay. Okay.
I don't remember what she said.
Okay.
But she was, rambling on. So,
Normal drunk at the back door
Yeah.
type deal. Okay, but there wasn't anything that stuck out in your mind, like maybe she said that maybe you recall then.
no.
Okay. Did you actually see the interaction between the officer and her when he went hands-on? Do you even know he went hands-on?
Well, what I saw was I was standing by the window, and I saw him move because she was walking towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, at this time, I think he was still standing by the curb
Mm-hmm.
where I last saw him at, facing the window. She starts walking towards us, and he kind of like, hey, put her towards the door.
Okay. Do you remember him saying anything at that point?
I think he said, you got to stay on this side.
Okay. After he does that, do you see anything after that portion?
Well, she
Of what
started
happens?
kicking him.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a couple, maybe 2 or 3 times landed. It was a good kick, man. She landed a couple of good ones on
Okay.
her, on him. And from my vantage point, one of the kicks landed right there is, in his genitals, dude.
Okay. So she kicks him a couple of times, and this is over the door that you go actually into where they shake you
Yeah,
down.
there's that door, the gray door. There's like a
Mhm.
garbage can, and then like it's like the bay window I call it,
Right.
by that sticks out.
Okay.
He was actually, once he put her by the door, when she started walking towards us. I think he was turned, and then she started landing a couple of kicks.
Okay.
That's when she started kicking him.
Okay. What was his reaction to that, or what did he do?
From what I recall, she kind of like lost her balance. I guess the garbage can, and then she was still kicking, and somehow I don't know. I don't remember if he picked her up or she was able to get up, but she didn't actually fall.
Right.
She kind of like lost her balance after the initial kicks, and then they kind of like disappeared in the corner.
Okay. Did you see him strike her?
No.
Okay. Did you hear him saying anything to her while she's kicking him or during that interaction? I know initially you're like, he says, "Hey, you need to stand over here,"
Mhm.
takes her over there. Is there anything that you hear during that interaction of her kicking or her potentially falling over or anything that he stated?
I don't remember him talking.
Okay.
He was trying to control her,
Okay.
because she was still flailing around.
Right.
And then when they disappeared in the corner, that's when I started walking up to help him out if he needed to control her.
Okay. And you make the corner, I see on the video, and you walk up to him.
And I walked up to him. What I remember was she was kind of pinned against the garbage can, the
Mhm.
wall, and I could still see her legs. I don't know. I think she was still kicking him,
Mm-hmm.
but he was trying to, hold her down.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like she was pinned to the wall and in the garbage can,
Okay.
and that was it.
Did you say anything to him when you walked up to him? Looked like you might have grabbed his arm or his shoulder or something like
Yeah,
that.
I walked up to him, because I said to him like, "Hey, they got cameras here, so don't be stupid."
Okay. Okay. And did he say anything back to you?
Nah.
Okay. What did he do at that point?
He kind of like I think he let her up, and then she was like leaning against the door, and then she started cursing him out, and then she pretended like it was like a controlled. She went down on
Like
the
she
ground.
sat down?
Yeah, she sat down, and then I went back to the window because I was still waiting on my docket to get signed.
Okay. So she kind of sat, slouched down, something or another, either or, and then you went back to the window?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember if she was restrained at all, handcuffed or not handcuffed, or hobbled or not?
She was still handcuffed, but
Still
not
handcuffed.
hobbled. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. When you go back to the window, it looks like on the video he also walks back to the window area. Is there any discussion after all that about?
Well, I
anything?
remember him going back to the window, but he was back and forth. I
Mhm.
remember him talking to somebody on the phone, and then when he came back up to me, he was on the phone, and then he handed the phone to the correction sergeant. I guess he was talking to his PIC,
Okay.
and I overheard him when he was right next to me that his PIC wanted the correction sergeant to do a witness RTR.
Okay.
And
So
then
he hands his cell phone to
he
the
sent himself
sergeant.
with this, to the correction sergeant, and the correction sergeant started talking to him, and I said to him, because he said I said, well, "Who's your PIC?" And he said, "Gary." And I didn't know who he was.
Mhm.
I didn't realize he worked in Zone 3 because I worked in Zone 3. I'd never
Mhm.
seen that guy before. So, okay. And then I just told him hey man, don't let these people get to you.
Mhm.
Just take a deep breath.
Mhm. Okay.
And then we were talking like, hey, you work in Zone 3, how long you been out? And he said February. So, I mean, I've never even seen him.
Okay. And just to reiterate, so you don't, other than seeing him basically take her and put her against the wall, you don't see him at any time strike her. You see her kicking him
Mm-hmm.
a couple times, making contact, possibly even in his groin or something in that area. You walk over there to assist because he approaches her again, and at that point in time, she's kind of pinned up against the trash can / wall, kind of standing, kind of sitting. You walk back off to the window. You notice that she sits down or slouches down or goes down, and he's walking back and forth on his cell phone, talking to his PIC. Is that generalities? I mean, I know you said a couple more details. Is there anything else that you recall that possibly missing?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's how I remember what happened.
Sure.
So.
Okay. Was your guy booked after her or before her?
Way after her.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. My guy went in because rescue went 1097 with her.
Right.
I guess they called rescue for her, and they finally let my guy in. So my guy got booked in first.
Okay. Do you know who called rescue for?
I don't have no idea.
Gotcha. Okay. When she sat or slouched down, was she still saying anything, or cursing or mad or saying I'm hurt or anything along those lines?
But no. I mean,
Okay.
she was when rescue got there, she was playing. She was pretending to be sleeping, like playing possum. Because rescue had a hard time trying to get her to respond to them.
Okay.
So after like the initial, when she went, when she slouched down, I don't recall her saying anything else. I mean, she stayed quiet.
Okay. Okay. All right, man. Well, I think that about covers it. I appreciate you
Hey, no
coming
problem,
down, and we'll they may be done or not. We'll go out and
Okay.
check out. Come on. If you want, you just hang out your car. We'll send him out. And
Okay.
I appreciate it, man. Be safe. Thank you very much.